2,452 days of semen retention. Was it worth it? Guys, let's jump right straight into it. So with that being said, before we dive deep into the video, I know I said we were gonna hop right into it. My name is Elijah Madden. I pretty much teach sexual purity. And if you guys are ever struggling with sexual sin and it's hard for you to go 60 days, 90 days, and you wanna go a lifetime of sexual purity, I've actually created a program meant for you to actually quit pornography for good, get you on for your purpose, and also get you on for marriage as well. You guys can actually go down below in the description or in the comments, hit that link and see if you're a good fit for our training program. Okay, but until then, let's hop into the video. So with that being said, man, was semen retention worth it? Going not just 6 months, but 2,452 days. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the good. I'm also going to tell you guys what I've learned, and I'm going to tell you guys what not to do. Okay, so please just heed this in, because trust me, you want to save yourself some time and not make the same mistakes that I made, and you also want to get some of the things that I said upon your journey. Okay, so let's hop into it. So look, the first things first is that you're gonna have the grit for life back. Okay, you're gonna have a grit for life back. When we think about a kid, right? When we think about a kid is a person that has such a grit for life. He always has a smile on his face. He may, obviously he may feel down sometimes, but he just has a grit for life. He's not really focused on the world or anything. The truth is that when you escape the matrix, okay, the beautiful thing about this is that you're not going to see things in a worldly lens. You're going to see things in a more spiritual lens, because you're not indulging inside of sin, right? So the truth is, the word says the wages of sin is death, and the word also says that sexual sin is the only sin you commit to your own body. So when you think about sexual sin in general, guys, okay, it's a myth for you to have sin come inside of your eyes. The word says that the eyes are dark and the whole body is going to be dark. Okay, so if you put things inside of your eyes that are light, then all you're going to see is light. But if you put things inside of your body that's dark, then all you're going to see is dark. You want to be able to put things inside of your mind that's light, and watch how your grit for life is going to, like, your whole body is going to be filled with radiant and light and glowing, so on and so forth. You're going to actually experience that. It's a beautiful thing. So I would recommend getting on your sexual purity journey, so that way you can have the grit of life. I look on a Monday and I look at these people's faces, and a lot of people are just so down. When you pass them, they don't say hi, they just look down. It could just be my city, you know what I mean? But a lot of people don't have a smile on their face, you know what I mean? Even on a Friday, a lot of people have to go straight to the vape pen or smoking, drinking, partying to get a certain high in their life, when in reality, the kingdom of God is within. And all they have to do is just stop spilling their energy. So that's one of the biggest things I've seen, guys. It's so important. You're gonna have the grit of life back. And the more you have the grit of life as a man, as a young man in the world today, you can be able to go out and dominate the world, right? Because a comfortable man is a man that's scary, like not in a good way. Scary, not in a good way, meaning he's just gonna stay in the same spot, right? The second thing that I've noticed, okay, is that you're gonna want to do things that are uncomfortable, right? Do things that are disciplined. So the beautiful thing about sexual purity is that you're doing things that are uncomfortable. Waiting to marriage is uncomfortable. Not indulging inside of sexual sin is uncomfortable, right? Not being able to look at that woman in a certain way when you really want to is uncomfortable, right? There's certain things about sexual purity that causes discipline, and when you have obedience to God, God will bless you. Bless that. That's the beautiful thing about it. God will bless that. He really will. So that is one thing that I've realized, is that it's 5 o'clock over here, 5 something over here, and in the morning, right? So I said I'm gonna wake up in this specific time. If I didn't do that, if I was not on my sexual purity journey and I have nothing to grind for, which is like I'm not in the military, or have no reason to wake up at 5 o'clock, I probably would wake up at 7 or 8. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest things. You have a grip for life, and you want to do things that are uncomfortable and disciplined. And watch how discipline and also doing things that are uncomfortable in the world today, your life will become easier, right? So if you do things that are easy, life will be hard. If you do things that are hard, life will be easy. Focus on doing things that are hard, which is practicing sexual purity, and watch your life's gonna change. Okay, and then one thing that I've realized upon my journey is this. Okay, and this is one thing that you guys can take notes of, but don't waste time. Don't waste any time. The truth is that it's, everything is accountability, and it's your fault. There's a reason why I did go this long, and most importantly, it's God who gave me the days. But you don't want to put a delay on your blessing. For me, I put a delay on my blessing, which is I wasn't seeking out my wife. The word says, those who find a wife find a good thing indeed. So and obtains favor from the Lord. So I was not really seeking out my wife the past couple of years until just recently, and it's caused a delay in my blessing, which is not having my wife right now. So I would pray for guidance. I would pray for when the right time is. I'm 26 now, and in my early 20s, I said, dude, I'm not going to get married until I'm 30. I'm not going to have a girlfriend until I'm 30, whatever the case may be. That was kind of my mindset. But now I'm in a mindset of, okay, I need to find my wife. I want to find my wife because God said so. God will tell you certain things that you need to do, and it's your job to obey. So it's not just about going this long upon sexual purity. It doesn't really matter. Days doesn't really matter, guys. I'm just letting you guys know that. It's about the character that you instill inside of yourself. It's about the discipline that you get from it, and it's also about obedience to God, right? So that's one of the biggest things, because guys, your breakthrough, your blessing could be on 5 months, meaning you can find your wife in 5 months, meaning you can start that business and scale that up to in 6 months, right? Your breakthrough could be in 2 years. Your breakthrough could be in 1 year. Your breakthrough could be in 30 days. I've seen people find their wife in 90 days. I've seen people find their wife in 5 months. A couple of my clients, boom, found his wife in 90 days. You know what I mean? So don't do as I do as I say do. That's what I would say. Do as I say do in this situation. Don't put a delay in your blessing. So if God says, hey, get prepared for marriage, get prepared for that. Focus on becoming the best man that you can possibly be. Focus on the Ephesians 5 male that you want to become, and focus on going out and finding your wife, right? Praying for your wife consistently. So that's one thing that I've noticed with myself. Some days it's like, dang, I should have probably focused on that a lot more, but God gives grace and mercy, and so I just wanted to accept that. So that's one of the biggest things I would say is don't put a delay in your blessing. If God says start that business, start that business. If God says find your wife, find your wife. If God said whatever the case may be, okay, be obedient to that, and that's one of the biggest things I would say. The next thing is that I've gotten from sexual purity is you're going to attract a lot of friends that are needed, not wanted. So notice how, like, when a person is in sexual sin and he's comfortable in it, what's going to happen is that he's going to kind of be in that mindset of like having friends that want to go out and party and drink, smoke, all these different things. And that's what you're going to realize. That's literally what you're going to realize. It's crazy. When I was doing all that stuff, partying and doing all that stuff, I would I would have friends that would want to party all the time. And when we're on a Monday, at my university, we literally just, it's crazy. we would just say, man, I'm ready for when's Friday gonna hit, because we're gonna go out to the party. We're gonna go out to the frat party. So yeah, that's what you're gonna understand. That's what you're gonna realize. You're gonna attract the right friends. So for me, I've attracted great friends, millionaire friends that are my mentors now, people that I need in my life. And it's crazy that I don't have that many friends now, but I have those are the friends that I do have. They're where I want to be at, or they're on the same level as me in terms of sexual purity or whatever the case may be. That's what you're gonna understand. That's what you're gonna realize, and that's the beautiful thing about it. So that's what you're gonna understand. That's what you're gonna realize, man. For sexual purity, I'm probably gonna make a part 2 about this, but guys, it's a beautiful journey. I really want you guys to achieve this and accept the fact that your life can change. You just quitting pornography, the wisdom that you're gonna have is gonna be amazing, right? So that's one of the biggest things I would say. Please, seek out the correct help if needed. And our program's open for enrollment. So if you guys are struggling, definitely go down below, see if you're a good fit for our training program. But until then, guys, I will catch you on the next video. God bless. Peace out.